So all you're going to need to make your ribbon wire wrapped ring is your ribbon in whichever pattern you'd like. You need 3 beads. I'm using these metallic ones. You'll need your wire to wrap your ring with. I'm using 20 gauge silver colored copper wire. My flat nose pliers, my wire clippers, and my ring sizing mandrel. Hi everybody, this is Melissa here. It's been a while since my last tutorial. So today I decided to get off of the earrings for a bit. All my tutorials so far have been about earrings. And today I'm going to show you how to make a ribbon wire wrapped ring. Okay, it's because I made these earrings and I said I wanted a ring that matches. So I know using fabric, most people use glue to attach it to a ring base. But I find anytime I make something with glue, it ends up falling apart, falling off. So I thought, how am I going to make this with wire so that it'll stay together and not fall apart after a few wears? So this was my bright idea, was to make this ring. This ruffle ribbon bead ring. I think it's cute. I guess it's an acquired taste. You be the judge. And you can play with it and make it to your own liking, as always. So, first we're going to take our copper wire. And we'll release a bit of it. Okay. I'll just take out this much for now. Don't cut it off just yet. Okay, so now we pick up our ribbon. And I just like on the end, I like to cut it into a triangle, just so it looks neater when we're making everything together. So I'm just going to cut this side even to make it a little triangular. See that? Okay. So I start my ring with my wire and my ribbon, and I push it in onto the patterned side. Okay? So we're going to start that way. And we're going to make kind of ruffles. So it pushes right through. Now it's on. Okay, now I go back onto itself and push it through on the non-patterned side. Or if you pattern on both sides, I guess it doesn't really matter. So there's one ruffle, and then again I'll push it through on the patterned side. And whoop, this one going. Come back out again on the non-patterned side. Okay, so now we have a little ruffle. So next I'm going to take my beads. Now the purpose of the beads is mostly just to have some more definition to the ring and to separate the two sides of the ruffle. If you just want one big ruffle, I guess you could omit the beads. I'll show you an example of that when I'm done. Okay, so I put the bead on top. So this is what you have so far. So now after this bead, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we'll push it through on the patterned side. Sometimes it's a little hard to get this wire through the ribbon. Just jiggle it around if you find, because you don't want to straw on your fabric. Okay? And you come back out through your non-pattern side, in again on your pattern side, and back out again on your non-pattern side. So now you have 2 ruffles. It's going to look like this. Okay, just scrunch it up. Makes ruffles. A little flower type thing. Okay, now to end it off, I like to put another bead on the end, which is just going to give, you'll see, once we're wrapping the wire, it's going to give the whole thing some stability. As I cut the wire, I'm going to put another one on this end as well, which I should have done right away. Okay. So at this point now, you can cut off your excess ribbon. Okay, again, I like to cut it in a bit of a triangular shape to make it a little neater. Okay, so now this is what we have. Sorry about that. So then we'll take our wire cutters and we're going to cut off the wire. I guess if I have to measure this, I would say it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's probably about 14 inches long, give or take. Okay, so on the other end, I'm going to put my other bead. So now everything is balanced out. There we go. And we scrunch it together. So this is going to be what our ring is going to look like when it's on. So now to do the wire wrapping part. So we get our mandrel. And you want to measure it a little bit bigger than your actual finger size. Okay, so my finger size, on the finger that you want anyway. Mine is about a 7, so I'm going to go down to about 7.5. Okay, now we start with one side. I'm holding everything together on the side to keep it nice and tight. Okay, so we take one side of the wire and we wrap it around once and twice. Okay, keeping the wrappings close together. I'll give you a little close-up. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that. Forgive me if you can't. So now we're going to do the same thing with the bottom half. The other side. So one side of the wire gets wrapped on the top of the ring, and the other side of the wire gets wrapped around on the bottom. Okay, everything always has to be nice and even and balanced out. So here we go. Once around. And twice around. Okay. So make sure everything's tight. Push all the wires close together. Okay. I'm liking this. Alright, so now to complete the ring. We'll start off with our top wire. Okay? Now, some people would take the whole ring off the mandrel. I find that makes it way harder to wrap and to keep your shape of your ring. So I keep it on the mandrel, and I just shimmy it up a little bit so that there's a gap between the ring and the mandrel. Okay? And then we can take the wire and go underneath all the wires. Okay? So the wire that came on top, I brought it around and underneath, and I'm going to pull it up to secure it. And you want to make it as close to the ending bead as possible. Okay? And now we'll do that wrapping 3 times, let's say. And that gives a nice stable ring. So yes, I use my flat nose pliers to pull it tight because it's stronger than my hands could be. Alright, so there's one side done. Okay, now for the other side, which is the bottom wire. So we re-scrunch everything together, and just like we did on top, except this time we're going to go over the whole ring and bring it down, like so. Okay, and pull it tight with our flat nose pliers. And then again, we'll wrap it just like the other side 3 times. Okay, and make sure it's nice and tight. last one. Alright. So here is what we have so far. Okay, hopefully you can see how I wrapped it there. And it's the same on the other side. Okay, so now we can remove it from the mandrel. And with our wire cutters, we're going to cut off the excess wire as close to the ring as possible. There we go, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. There we go. Now we'll take our flat nose pliers again, and we're going to squish in the excess wire into the other wires. So the base, the ring base. So you want it to be flat enough so when you rub your finger, you don't feel it scratching you. Because if you do, then that might get caught in your clothing, or it might scratch people that you brush up against, and it's on your clothing. And it'll make your ring fall apart. Not fall apart, but loosen. Okay. So there we have it. We can just play a little bit to straighten out your ring a bit. Fix your ruffles. And we're done. There you have your ribbon wire wrapped ring. I think it's cute. A little small. Pinky. I like it. You can make it to match any earring that you have made with some ribbon. Or even to match a hair accessory or something. I think it's cute. So, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Stay tuned. I will keep trying to bring them back a little more frequently than I have been, with new projects and new ideas as they come to me. So, thank you and have a great day, everybody. Bye.